Yo, you know what? I want to impregnate. I don't care.
Wait,
Who?
what?
You can have my
What?
It really cut
Wait,
off.
that might
It
be
cut
my
off. So it can be suspect.
Yes,
It literally
say
just
that
popped up
again.
when you said
I-
impregnate. Say it
I think
again.
the God's trying to tell you something, but who did you say? Make it clear.
Eve from Lucifer. Eve, she looks really sexy though.
Alright, well, welcome back to the Generally Dysfunctional podcast.
Yeah,
You're not leaving that either. You're not leaving that either. You're not
Change,
started there. You want less. What?
Change
So-
of topic. Change of topic.
So, welcome back to the Generally Dysfunctional podcast, folks. This is episode 18. 18 or 19?
90.
It's 19, bro. You're losing yourself, bro.
Right? Man, things slip it. Yeah, episode 19. Hit that follow button, hit that fucking like and subscribe, wherever it is. Stay up to date with our shit, man. Quick shout out to all listeners. We have some people listening from UWI now, from University of Trinidad, University of the West Indies, in Trinidad and Tobago. So shout out to those guys and gals over there, those youngins doing the education grind. Shout out to the listeners in Kuwait, in America, in the UK. You know, hats off to them. Shout out to them. It's always good to have you guys listening with us every week or so.
Yeah, lady, we still miss you. We still miss you, lady.
Emily hit me back yet. One thing at a time. But you
We still got jobs.
still got jobs. Well, some of us have jobs.
Oh, shucks.
Hey.
That was too early.
It ain't official yet.
I don't know why you are start like that, man.
Some of us have jobs. you know all that shit you're talking on the podcast. You might have to edit it now because you're looking for something. You're on the market.
Do that. Put it up.
Oh boy. So,
I
yeah,
feel
man.
no shame.
Of course not. Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way, I'm sure. Y'all finish off Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the ending of Lucifer for y'all?
It was satisfying, to be honest, because it was inevitable. You had to go back.
As predicted, though.
Spoilers.
I find it ending. It had a crappy part to the ending. After all this time, you still ain't brushed the detective. Come on, you're supposed to smash that.
I swear he did, like in season 2.
No,
He never brushed it. She
didn't.
tried it, and he let shit out. He let shit out.
After all that time, becoming almost human, almost dying, doing all kind of things, get your heart broken, and it still ain't accomplished the goal they wanted.
The detective did say that she would never smash Lucifer, so she kept true to the end.
No, she tried.
Yeah,
Tried
but
hard.
she never smashed the detective. Sorry, never smashed Lucifer. At the end of the day, whether she tried or not, the end result is they didn't smash. So,
Yo, that woman saw the devil smash about 50 different women week out and still wanted it. That's how bad it was.
Does it matter? Does it matter? Clearly, his game was on point.
Yeah.
Plus, his ex-girlfriend came back.
You know what? And she has a hard time competing with Eve.
Plus, he
She
got
have a
married,
hard time.
and she still wanted him.
Yep.
Let's get tired. If you Eve, like the mother of all, came true, and you have no chance.
Plus, he was smashing Mazakine.
Yeah.
And
But keep it up for the threesome.
the therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, at one
So-
point in time, the girl in the woman in the office who does work with them, the slim thing, she admitted to wanted to smash him too.
Yep.
Lol.
And well, Game of Thrones ended.
Yay!
Apparently, no one is happy. I didn't watch it.
I read a lot of people, angry people at work.
The Goddies is over. The greatest dragon show on television for the 21st century is all done.
The greatest dragon show. Is that how you picture it?
What?
The greatest dragon
TV
show
TV
on
show.
television
Okay,
for the 21st
yeah.
century.
Yeah.
Listen carefully.
You obviously
Yeah,
haven't
it's-
watched How to Train Your Dragon, the TV show.
What? Ain't nobody watching that shit, nigga.
No, he's right. It's the greatest dragon TV series for the 21st century so far. Not
Well,
even
how
a
to-
movie.
How to Train Your Dragon.
I'm just playing. But yeah, wasn't there a million people that signed the petition to get that shit rewritten?
I know why they signing that shit for. Nobody, man. HBO is not gonna rewrite it. Come on.
Yeah, obviously they'll never do that in hell.
It's
Yeah.
HBO Stars. I thought it was
HBO.
Stars.
How have you watched Game of Thrones all these years and not become familiar with?
You do not want him to confirm that answer.
Oh, it's very
You-
simple. I skipped the first half minute of it to just skip ahead past all the recap. So I just skipped it. Simple as that.
Oh wait, do you skip the title scene also?
No, just the recap.
Oh, okay. I was about to say we had to fight. We had to fight, bro.
Fight about
Doesn't the
what?
recap like?
Game of Thrones
Oh, sorry.
isn't that important for me to fight over. Come on.
No man, you cannot skip a title scene, bro. Especially one that epic. It's not fair. It's not fun.
Doesn't it do that recap where it's like, depending on what the recap is, will tell you what's going to happen in the story? Like, they don't just recap what's in the last episode, but they make the recap relevant.
Yeah, they make it relevant.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look up the recap then.
But I mean, I skipped the recap too. But you see when that shit, dun 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 dun, oh, that's my shit.
Nah, I just skipped that. I just skipped that.
Fuck you too, dog.
I just skipped that.
That's my
We're gonna get
shit.
the spin-off, so don't worry, man.
I'm not watching a fucking spin-off.
I'm so happy that Game of Thrones ended.
Same.
But they're gonna make a spin-off.
Apparently, there are 3 spin-offs and a prequel coming.
3, my god.
So
And the prequel has already begun production and will be with us in 2020 or 2021 or
Those
some
shows
shit.
I'm not watching.
with the 3 spin-offs is gonna be Arya, Sansa, and Jon Snow.
I don't know. I didn't really look into it because I don't intend on watching any of them.
Me either. Y'all Game of Thrones fan boys and girls, y'all Thronies, y'all on your own.
Yeah, the final season wasn't really all that. I mean, I didn't enjoy it week to week like I did the other seasons. I get that it was because they didn't have the books to really fall back on, but it wasn't very good, was it? Like the cinematography was fantastic, the effects were great, the CGI was a bit fucked up sometimes.
They left cups of Starbucks coffee and bottles of water in the scenes.
Yeah, they were sloppy. Like how bad could it have been? But hey, you know what? I'm glad it's over. I am okay with the way it ended. I'm not happy.
Let's talk about something more important. Stranger Things. It's coming.
Oh, Stranger Things is gonna be good.
I think you mean Westworld is coming.
Westworld is
Dude!
it is coming.
No, dog. Westworld
That's
looks
the
like the
realness.
fucking shit.
I'm gonna say something, and here is the most wonderful thing about Westworld. From the time I watched the first episode in Westworld, I contacted my friend Nkosi. I was like, bro, you should watch Westworld, it's great. And he watched it, and he found it was really great, and he kept up with it, but I've never watched after episode 1.
I still need to finish season 2. Actually, I need to finish season.
I haven't finished season 2 yet. I'll watch that in a bit.
I need to finish season 2 of that. I need to finish Better Call Saul, which I don't think I will ever finish actually. From Breaking Bad.
Black Mirror's out next month.
Is it next month? Really?
That will get done.
Yeah.
That will get done quickly.
Yeah.
But-
3 episodes only.
Yeah.
But I'm not
well, they said three stories, right? We don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna break it down, because maybe they'll do it like season 4 was the last season, where the
Yeah.
final episode actually linked all the other episodes together, and that was like one story.
Yeah, the Black Museum one.
Yeah. So I know. Big Bang Theory finished. Finally, it's over.
Yo, that
Yeah.
I can guarantee that finale was better than Game of Thrones finale.
Please no spoilers, because I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for the homie. I'm waiting to watch it with a
That
friend.
was it.
You know what?
I didn't
I
see
think
anyone
it-
talking about it though, so it probably wasn't that great. I mean, then too, it's been going on for like some years. It's got 12 seasons.
Yeah,
it
12
had a
years.
following. You know what almost had a following like that? How I Met Your Mother, but they bombed in the last couple of seasons really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only really ever talk about the ending if it's trash. That's it. That's how if it's a good ending, it's like, yeah, it ended. But if it's a horrible ending, they'll let you know. They will let
Fair
you know.
enough. So I guess I
Yeah.
can assume that Big Bang Theory ended well. It ended with 2 episodes, episode 23 and
Yeah.
24.
In my opinion, it was good anyway.
Oh, so you watched it?
Yeah.
Fair. Cool. Now shut up about it. Fucking
You won't hear a word.
Yeah.
Well,
You know what's even strange too? I suggested for a guy to watch Black Sails. He watched it, and he was so into it. And I still never see the finished the first seasons of Black Sails.
Why do you keep doing that?
we don't give Watless enough credit for his shows, you know. He is kind of A1 for the shows.
He just wants to leave you with a show and abandon it for himself.
Right? Now you got no one to talk to about it. You can't like geek out about the show, about the episodes.
When you want to do a recap, it's like, yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I watch shows, I really do watch a show, and if I find it really good and it's worth the wait, I'll wait for years until it's totally finished and just lump it up.
Never do
No,
that.
I can't.
That's what
I
I
can-
do.
That's what I'm doing with Game of Thrones. Wait until when now it's done, I can actually download it all and then do
I
it.
could never do that.
Nah, don't do it with Game of Thrones, you will fail.
No, do it. Please do it with Game of Thrones. Please.
You'll fail. It's
Please
like
do
doing
it
it
with Game of
with
Thrones.
it's like doing it with Breaking Bad.
No, I do Breaking Bad every year, my nigga. Breaking Bad is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is great. What? No one agrees with me? Y'all ain't real.
I ain't watched that.
Y'all
All of
ain't
these
real.
ultra popular TV shows, I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just anti-popular.
Oh, you
You know
hipster.
what?
Kind
You
of guy.
hipster.
Maybe I just don't watch these shows. I don't watch Stranger Things either. It's like all of these. I don't know.
Everyone likes it. I'm going to hate it.
It's just nothing important to me. I don't know why. I don't. Maybe that's what it is. But yeah,
So you
know what?
anti-pop?
yeah.
I'm gonna start a
pretty much.
website. What less movies to watch? You know,
What
rate
less? But this is
movies for everyone
exactly
to watch it.
this is exactly why I haven't watched One Piece. Because I know if I start episode 1, he's gonna stop right then and there. From
No,
now to the
actually,
end.
I'm up to date with One Piece.
Yeah, until I start watching it.
No,
Then he's gonna drop
Nah, it's anime. It's
No.
anime. He's too
No,
invested in
even-
it.
if I tell you all what's something that's really good, it's because I already stopped watching it. Yeah, but check out my website. Coming soon. What less movies to watch? And no one can dispute that I've ever told them to go watch shit. No one.
I'm down with that actually. I mean, I wouldn't do a website. I do Twitter. But yeah, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you always have really good suggestions for movies and TV shows. Unlike me, I watch something, and if I think it's cool, I'm gonna just tell everyone else to watch it, regardless of whether they might think it's good or not.
People don't watch the
Ozark was
stuff I
good.
like, so
I'll give you that.
Same.
Ozark was really good. I
I
reckon
haven't
the
watched
show was
Ozark.
good.
It's too popular. It's too popular. Can't.
I was busy watching Into the Badlands and Blacklist. That's what.
Oh, Into the Badlands is pretty nice. I still have to finish. I wait until this season finished, this half season finished to finish watch it.
It's done. The
It's
whole
done?
thing is done. Yeah.
Alright, podcast over, guys. Into the Badlands.
This is usually not how we start the podcast, folks. if you're still listening, but yeah, 20 minutes in and we only talk about television and movies. I fucking love it. Well, yeah, we have some actual topics to get into tonight. Yeah, it's a very political cast tonight. A very government-ish, so to say. We have some political promises, some rape stuff. You know, trigger warning for those that need it. We have some policemen being wounded, I believe, yeah, in the line of duty.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of shit on here, man. But yeah, political podcast, political folks, eat your heart out. Let's just get into it, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yo, the Terminator got drop kicked. Did you all see that video?
Man,
Yeah.
of all the people you just don't want to drop kick.
he thought he got jostled
What is he,
into the
70
crowd.
years old right now? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, something like that.
What
You
cracked me up is the
still-
guy drop kick him and he didn't even fall. He just
No.
pushed forward.
Arnold,
Like throwing a wafer at someone, like that was just.
right? Terminator jump on Facebook or Twitter or some shit and said, "Oh, I didn't realize I got kicked until I saw the video. I thought I just got pushed into the crowd. You know, it happens sometimes." How disrespectful!
Guy didn't even have to flex. He just,
Right?
he
Just on the relaxed muscles. He wasn't even tensed up or nothing. He was loose.
He really the Terminator. Cause I saw the kick. Now the guy fell hard. And he just pushed forward. Slight bunch. A slight bunch.
Yeah. You know what, South Africa, I'm disappointed.
Homeboy who dropped that drop kick, he probably get hurt more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That security guard is fucking huge though. That guy is a truck.
Well, you can't be the Terminator and have a security guard looking like Steve Urkel, right? you gotta have somebody. You gotta have somebody like Brock Lesnar or some big strong up guy, The Rock or something, guarding you.
But
But to be right fair, right? If I was the bodyguard and that guy drop kick Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'd beat that guy on the spot. They'll have videos of me beating that guy on the spot.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terminator. I didn't even realize Terminator was out here in the streets. Still, I thought he was home eating soup.
He's got a new movie to promote, so he's out doing his usual rounds. So.
He's in a movie.
The next Terminator.
What?
What? Give me one.
Oh, you know, literally the trailer came out day after.
So wait, dude, are you saying that this was a press run?
I'm saying, even though it was for some like charity cause, I'm not sure he's out there in the press just for the sake of the charity cause. I think somewhere in there he's trying to get himself in the news. Who knows? Maybe that dropkick was planned.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate. That's what it's called.
Dark Fate. So you're gonna have niggas in it?
To be
It would
fair,
be the first, wouldn't it?
first and second.
No, it would be
Terminator
the
had
first.
black people. No, first and second Terminator had black people.
For real?
Did it live?
The one in 2 died.
Okay then. That's all.
Died. But the one in 1 lived though.
Well, we'll see. I didn't even realize we were gonna get another Terminator because he did the falling into lava thing with his thumb up. Like that was the last Terminator that I remember.
Yeah, with the time travel, they just do anything they want.
Wait, hold up. That was the last Terminator you remember? That was Terminator 2.
That's the last one. Like the one with the chick Terminator. I didn't even really pay attention to that one.
That
The
is
female Terminator?
Yeah, she came down to Earth. She saw like a billboard with some huge tits. She looked at her tits and then they got bigger.
Oh, that one. Oh, Eve. Okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from it.
I don't even remember there was a female Terminator.
I totally forgot that. So
The last one I remember was that terrible actor. Was it Jai Courtney or someone?
See a bunch of trash shows. Who wants another Terminator, man? Like, who wants another John Wick? All trash.
Me,
Yeah.
I want another John Wick. I want another John Wick.
No,
You're stepping overboard there. Alright.
Do we need to reject someone out of this podcast?
You want to go outside? We can go outside.
we
Alright. All the flames against John Wick is directed at him, not me. Him.
Nah, man, I find John Wick was trash. Fast and Furious, except for Tokyo Drift was trash. Yeah.
I don't care about Tokyo Drift. I mean, I don't care about Fast and Furious enough to battle you on that. But John Wick, I will battle you any day.
I watched the first John Wick, yo. I watched the first one. Everyone was like, "Oh man, John Wick is so great and it's so good." Oh, his dog. Like, nigga, what? You got angry because someone killed your dog and then you shot everyone? Like, everyone?
You're John Wick.
Fuck out of here, man.
I'm gonna say you're John Wick. That's it. You're John Wick.
It just seemed like gratuitous fan service, which is fine. I mean, this is coming from someone who doesn't really enjoy action movies, so it just seemed kind of silly to me.
No,
The
don't
dog
try.
wasn't just the dog.
It was his wife's final gift to him because she
The
got
dog
it for him.
represented his last bit of humanity, and as soon as you get rid of that, you're leash.
Off the leash. Off the leash.
That's the message behind it.
It's trash.
You hear him scream on the chair? You took this away from me? God, man.
Has anyone seen John Wick 3?
Someone killed my dog. I didn't go off the chains. Oh no, I'm gonna kill everyone.
Ken,
you don't like it, though?
you didn't see John Wick 3?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I need to go see
You
it.
should watch that shit. You should make a day
I
tomorrow.
wanted
and
to go
watch
see it in the
that.
cinema, but it's like, you know how it is. People just can't be bothered to turn up to places at certain times.
We're gonna do this weekend. On Sunday.
It's a friend problem. Okay.
Wait,
Let's
Ken.
discuss this.
Ken, but John Wick is pretty popular, bro.
Nah, it's so good. I'm telling you, I'm just selective. It's not that I'm anti-popular. I'm just selective. You know what I mean? All these people are just consuming this trash. I'm not following the group. I follow my
All right, hipster man. All right, hipster man in
You
your
follow the
Dockers.
John Wick group. You follow the John Wick group.
All right, hipster man in your Dockers and your fancy mustache with your glasses that you don't need.
Yo,
How
yo.
did we veer off from Terminator back to John Wick, man?
Well, it's all movies. So you stayed in the same category.
Yo, we
If I
gotta
drop kick the
start
Terminator,
this.
he's going down. If I drop kick the Terminator, he's going down. The guy has
Really?
to be better than that. Yes.
You really think your knees are that
Yes.
strong? Yeah?
I'm
You're
getting
really-
some leverage. I'm getting some leverage. I'm getting more height. I'm probably jumping off of a bench or something so that I can get him near to his shoulders. Topple him a bit.
Homeboy came out cold.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I wish I was the Terminator bodyguard. I would wait till you reach in the air and then drop kick you. So I would love to be his bodyguard.
I hit him the Zangief.
And
No, the big Street Fighter guy wasn't into the Zangief reference.
Protect the
Shame.
skies.
Shame. But yeah, yo, so to start the podcast, yeah?
Mhm.
To start
Yeah.
the podcast.
Second try.
So yeah, round two, fine. There's some big data news. Engadget has a post here about the London Underground phone tracking, Wi-Fi and data alerts. London Underground will track everyone's tube trip via Wi-Fi. The data should lead to better alerts on delays and overcrowding. Do you guys believe that is what they're going to use it for? Or that is only what they're going to use it for?
Not only. Definitely not only.
That's how the government tries to get you. They try to say, "Hey, look how it's gonna help you," and then they just
Yeah, just with the porn too. We just want to make sure kids are not watching anything. We know what he's watching. You know what he's not supposed to be watching. It's all just to collectively gather all the data about you they can.
Yep. It's just gonna be as soon as you're in, then they have all of your contacts. They know all of your purchases, all of those stuff, and then they're just gonna advertise to you day in and day out. TfL is probably the Transport for London. For anyone that doesn't know, it's probably gonna sell all of your data to advertising and retail companies, and then you're gonna end up with all of these emails and alerts that you had no idea where they come from, and they say, "Oh, you were in Oxford Street. Why don't you try out this shop?" That's just over.
Big
Yeah.
data, man.
It's-
Big data. They're out here.
Yep.
They're out here.
They're there to
You know what?
trap you.
I'm okay with the government monitoring it. I'm okay with big data.
What? Let's always come in with that with this point of view.
No, I'm okay with it.
Why?
If you all want free Wi-Fi, then you all must sacrifice something in return.
But we never had to before. We never had to
Well-
before.
The world is ever changing.
But what's
we had
changed
that.
that they had to do this?
What's
Yeah,
changed?
they just
They
wanna
want
know
all
more.
data. We can't give you all data, give them data anymore, so they have to find our next way. It's simple as that.
I feel like this is just another ploy to get consumer information data. So they have another selling point.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and they only introduced this thing back in 2012. I remember distinctly because they told us about it before they announced it. Because Mariba and I were working at the Olympics. They told us about it before they announced it to like everyone that they were going to start putting free Wi-Fi on the tubes. So and then it was only for Virgin customers at first, and then they released it for everyone. And it was like everyone thought there was going to be a catch at first, but for the longest time they haven't done anything with it other than give you free Wi-Fi. Now they're starting to reveal their true nature.
Not that you're hooked. Not that you're hooked to this
Yeah.
cocaine.
I was
Essentially, yeah,
mad
that's what it is.
skeptical to use the public Wi-Fi when I was there.
The thing is, it depends on what public Wi-Fi you're going for. I was never going to use anything from the Starbucks or the Costa Coffee places,
Never.
because that shit is just open as fuck. There's no authentication. It's on a shared network. Everyone can see what you're doing if you connect with a laptop. That's so fucked. But I think the BT ones and the
Open
what
zone,
was
you
the
mean?
other one? Yeah, BT Open Zone ones.
There's one for
and-
Orange too.
Yeah. Those ones were more secure, and then they introduced these ones on the tube, and apparently it's on a closed network, so you can't necessarily see everyone that's there connected to the network.
Except them.
So yeah, except them obviously. But now that's gonna change, and soon coming to you will be adverts about body lotion to cars to clothes to everything related to where you are, telling you that you could probably go get some new boots in Shoreditch while you're on your way to work.
Imagine how granular they can get with the information, though. Let's say, and this is just my mind going wild here, yeah? Let's just say, for example, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you get to work by taking a train in 15 minutes, right? And then Friday, you slow down by 2 minutes. And then Monday, the next Monday that is, you maintain that negative 2 minute time frame. And then all of a sudden, it starts taking longer and longer and longer for you to get to. Let's say by like, a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. And they realize, because they have, one, they can track where you are, your position. They can track how long it takes you to get from point A to point B. And then they have the cameras, so they can see whether you're limping or whether you have assisted, pedestrian traffic. Maybe you have some sort of a cane or something, right? And then when you get home on your television, now you see personalized ads for either new shoes or medical services or painkillers or a cane,
Yeah.
This is
You know
how
what?
yo.
This is how this is the plot. The Illuminati is taking full stop. They've designed this to control all of us minds, take all this mind control, consumer control, all of this. It's the Illuminati. I'm going downstairs and make my tinfoil head so they won't steal my brainwave.
I think it's either Walmart or Best Buy in America is starting a new streaming service, and it's completely free.
Walmart.
It's Walmart, yeah. It's completely free except for the fact that they're going to be piping you ads, personalized ads, that is.
Nah, they can keep that shit.
Yeah, from obviously from Walmart, that is. Yeah.
It's all well and good until they start making stuff that's interesting, but then we could always end up on these websites, cough, hint, to get away with it.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Websites, Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Facebook,
but I mean, the banks were already tracking where we were because they enabled contactless use on the tubes, so you could just get away with using your bank card instead of getting a travel card.
Oh, serious?
Which was yeah. That was a while ago, and everyone just accepted that with open arms.
I would see why not.
It's way more convenient.
Yeah.
And then they took in stuff like Apple Pay and Samsung Pay and all of that stuff, but it's not enough because not everyone uses those services, so they just need all phones. So now they pretty much have all phones tracked. And as soon as you go into the Wi-Fi, they'll say we need to be able to access your contacts because reasons.
Oh, true say. Find your friends on the tube.
Yeah.
They're gonna gamify it. They're gonna find some way to gamify it. They always do.
Yeah.
They always do. But yeah, that's big data, man. Privacy is a hell of a thing. I don't think you can get away from any sort of like invasive privacy scandal or scare now. There's always something that's asking for, either your contact list or your browsing history. Something, man.
I don't think you can live in society and escape having your privacy invaded. It's like you wouldn't be able to live a normal life in society and avoid all places where they would need to know personal details of yours from private companies. It's just, I don't think it's possible at all at this day and age anyway.
Who do you think is using the information though?
People that are trying to sell things. It's like big data is getting sold to people, and then people try to advertise to those people, and that's who it's most valuable to anyway, because the adverts are more powerful than I realized, to be honest, because I don't really pay attention to adverts as much as other people apparently do. But yeah.
The ones that you don't pay attention to, those are the ones that are the killer, by the way. Those are the ones that you just kind of I might get one of these one day, and that's when the advertisements work.
Yeah. I mean, just as an aside, this is completely separate. I just saw that like the biggest streamers on Twitch get 50 grand sometimes for 1 hour of advertisement. I'm like, if you're paying that much for one person to advertise for an hour, that must be then your budget for advertisement must be, or yeah, it just must be crazy. Like, so they really must trust that these adverts. So somewhere along the line, these adverts must be working. And
I don't know why. I know why Mariba and what Let's Don't start streaming and we live off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. You need to be the cow that we feed off of.
Bro, if you all stream, I will set up the stream for you. No problem. I just want 25%.
It's alright.
Oh.
It's alright.
And a joke. Why you don't stream and we set it up for you?
Y'all don't know how to set that shit up.
I will learn.
Nah,
Okay,
nah.
how about this? How about alternative option? Why don't you stream, you set it up, and we just get 25%?
Nigga,
Nah,
what
that's
you-
just
what?
being too greedy.
What is
That's
your
Somewhere along
your
the
charity
line,
now?
the deal hasn't been. I don't know where you're joining this.
Yeah, that's how deals work, bro. That's extortion. You in the mafia now, Salvatore?
A little bit, maybe, might. I can't agree or disagree to that.
So,
Oh, yeah. Anyway, for the third time, guys. We never start in this part. For the third time. we have
Welcome back.
we have some Alabama bullshit happening again. As we all know, Alabama signed a new law into legislature that says no abortions, no matter what, or something like that. We're in Trinidad, we don't care.
Well, not no matter what.
No, unless under really special circumstances, like life is in
gonna
danger,
kill the baby, or if it's
kill
gonna kill
you.
the mother,
Yeah.
then
Or
yeah.
if it's gonna be deformed, I think it's gonna be deformed that you know. For the hand, you can be like, yeah. I'm not sure about rape though. I'm not sure if you get raped.
Nah, all of that stuff doesn't care. Don't care.
What we do? Okay,
they
fair enough.
don't
Fair enough.
They only care about the unborn. Once it's born, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, they really do not. They couldn't care less. They couldn't care if you're already on welfare and like you're struggling to meet the next month's payment, and you could get deported at the same time. They just don't care.
They say you
Maybe
been baby been alive for 30 minutes. Get a job.
to be fair, to prevent all of that extra expenses and stuff, you could have just simply buy a condom, right?
Yeah.
Condoms are 100%, fam. Condoms
It ain't
are
100%.
You know what
It
are
ain't
100%? You know what are 100%? Abortions. People should have abortions, or at least people should have the choice to have abortions.
Yeah.
People should also not have
100%.
kids, but that's another discussion.
I'm not going on this road with you.
Never, man,
He's
never.
not good. He's not good on this road.
You on this road, I will not walk on this road at all.
Stop having kids. Kids suck. Stop having kids.
Well,
Yeah.
the motivations behind your argument are questionable, but I still agree with your argument.
That's all that matters.
I'm not going to agree with the children suck line, but definitely women should have the choice.
Yeah, definitely. Exactly. As you said it correctly there. Women should have the choice. Women should have the choice. And
But that's not what this story is about. The story is about the allegations or the crime against false allegations, isn't it?
correct. Look at you, man. Bring us back on topic. I like it.
We gotta start somewhere. Otherwise, we're gonna start.
Somebody
Yeah.
give the golf clap. Give him the golf clap.
Yeah, it was a vibe, man. Well done. Bring that shit around, man. Come on now.
Yeah. So it was in the same, like they tried to pass it in the same thing, didn't they? Whereas like it was like they had one bill and then they tried to sneak the other bill around the back door.
While he's stamping, they stamp this one while you're there.
Yeah, they were like they tried to switch the paper around real quick while he wasn't looking. You just sign this one real quick as well. But yeah, it was essentially trying to criminalize false rape allegations.
10 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. The criminalization wasn't a prison sentence. It was to pay for the fees and compensation for the person that got sued. That was the extent of the criminalization, because technically it stems from the False Lawsuit Act. It's not from it's not a sexual crime act. I mean,
No,
sexual crime.
There was something, I think Mariba posted it a while ago about
10 years.
Yeah, I don't think it was
Is it
Alabama.
Class C?
I think it was something else. Was it this?
So, it's Alabama. Alabama said it will criminalize it and make it a Class C felony, punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
Oh, yeah.
I can live with that.
So
10 years.
let me read this out. The bill, introduced by Republican. Is it Republican? Yeah, Republican Dickie Drake. If you have a name like Dickie and Drake, you're gonna whatever, man.
Richard Drake. His name is Richard Drake.
This nigga's name is Republican Dickie Drake. I'm reading the post. I'm reading the post.
Put some respect on his name, man.
Well, Dickie, I'm going by what I see. Dickie.
This nigga got big dick energy. Would make falsely reporting a sex crime a Class C felony and punishable by up to 10 years in prison. If the accused is found not guilty, the accuser would be responsible for paying the accused person's legal expenses.
So if he's found not guilty, you pay legal excess fees. But if
jail time.
No. Jail time is for if it's proven that you are reporting, it's found that you are lying. So if you do a good case or something, yeah. But either way, how it goes, good job. I think it's a good job.
I'm okay with that.
I think it's a good job. I think I remember sorry, what?
I think it was all of us against Ken.
Yeah, all of us against Ken about 10 years. I remember that.
I remember that.
Remember what?
I think he may not be in here. It was me and Nego was going against Ken Ball, and there should be time. And Ken was like, you can't put time on it. You can't put time on it.
Yep.
And look at us now, Ken.
I still back that 100%. Look at the people you're siding with, fam. Alabama government. I'm not sure you want the Alabama government back in your arguments right now.
I mean, the world kind of crumbled the other day when I had to agree with Tommy Lauren. So.
That's what I'm saying, fam. Look at who backs you.
She said something about the whole Alabama abortion bill, and for once on God's green earth, I guess it was a blue moon. It's
not on the devil's red and black hell.
I know, man. I know, but something happened, and I was like, "Whoa!" For once, I agree with something this dumb bitch says.
Well, for once, I've agreed with something Alabama has done. I'm sorry, I have to say. If you putting time on it, then if you're gonna lie, make sure your lie is tight. We find loopholes. 10 years. 10 years.
Mad men are gonna get away with so much more rape, man. I'm telling you right now, Alabama is gonna be a cesspool for rape.
No,
crazy.
And all these.
Sorry, go ahead.
Why are you always going from the perspective of saying men are gonna get away? What about the innocent men that somebody just don't like on board?
Fam, have you seen the numbers though? Have you seen the numbers? For every 1,000, 230 are reported to the police.
Listen to me.
For every 230, only 46 lead to an arrest, and only 5 cases lead to a conviction.
I have one question for you.
You gonna legalize it? No one is reporting that shit.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
My question is this, and I have one question. If for every 100 cases of rape, whatever, one innocent person go to jail, can you be okay with that?
Yes.
I can be okay with that.
I couldn't be okay with that.
Because the reverse is a much better story.
No.
I'm saying
I'm okay with that
because
because
person has to die
in jail.
and something, the system has failed, and I'm not going with that.
I'm saying the system is not a fixable thing. I'm saying I'd rather the better end of it than the worst end of it, and this leads to the worst end of it because I'd much rather more people that actually carried out the rape get arrested than don't.
I am for that. I am for agree with.
And I know you're. I'm not arguing that you're not again. That's you put your words in my mouth. I'm not saying you want more rape. That's what I'm trying. Listen to me, because that's what you're trying to say. I'm trying to say you're saying. I'm not saying you want that. I'm saying what you're asking
that
for.
argument. I'm not trying to say you're saying what I'll see it. Anybody hear that?
Shut up. Keep going.
I'm just saying, the what you want leads to that. That's all I'm saying, and I don't think you realize that because less people are going to report it, and more people are going to get away with it.
What I'm saying is, we can't live in a society where people can say something against you, and which can damage your character for life, and nothing happens. Burn that.
I never said nothing should happen. I'm saying treating it as a Class C felony is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. If you remember our argument, I never said they should never be punished. I said we don't treat them like a rape actually occurred. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying 10 years sounds 10 years nice. That's what I'm
10
saying.
years sounds like we're gonna get one allegation for every 1,000 rapes that happen.
If something happens, ladies, I support you. Come forward. If
It doesn't matter what you do. It matters what happens in court.
You know what, Nigo? I believe. It took a while to get me here, Nigo, but I believe.
Alabama males, the amount of males in Alabama is going to rise in the next 2 months.
Fam, think about it. Yeah, we just this is a hidden story. I'm not going to mention no names. We just had to call the dial 911. That's 999 for you Americans. That's the emergency line for anywhere the fuck else. Because one of our mates was high off of his nut, and we couldn't get him to control himself. Imagine that the ambulance turned up, looked for him, saw him, didn't realize it was him, and drove away. Now imagine we lived in a world where if you make a call to the ambulance and it's a false call, that they could come back and charge you $1,000 for every false call you make. Now imagine.
Actually, they can't charge you.
I can answer you.
I'm saying imagine the world where that happens.
No false
every
calls.
single time. Now, imagine a world where I got charged $1,000 because they thought that I made a false call, but I didn't.
You can prove it.
I can't prove it.
Okay, I can prove it.
All you have to do is
I
die.
have text messages. I have proof that this.
You mean the text messages that you could have easily set up beforehand just to make a fake call?
No, they can track that. I'll go get my data service.
Track what? You can set up all of the. You can say okay, tomorrow we're gonna make this text at this time, this text at this time, this text at this time. Then we're gonna call the ambulance, and then we're gonna send them on a merry-go-round all the way around London to find this one person that doesn't exist. They will argue that, and you see, and you.
If the ambulance come with that argument, they deserve the $1,000.
And this is the crux of the argument. If you get to that position and you can't come up with 100% argument against it, this is what's going to happen when the rape allegations come in, because they will get lawyers that will come up and that will make these people look like liars or mistake throwers, and then they will get their charges dropped, and then they will get the Class C felony thrown against them when they didn't need to. And that fear is going to stop people who legitimately got raped but can't find enough evidence to be able to throw the accusation at the person that raped them.
I disagree with you, Ken. Here's the part I disagree with you. I'm saying if someone comes forward, right? Let's say something happened, someone comes forward, and it cannot be proven, let me specify, it cannot be proven that the rape happened, right? The rape happened.
Yeah.
I am not saying that woman should get prison time. Let me specify this. I'm not saying that woman should get prison time because she cannot prove it. So she comes, she said this happened, and blah 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 blah, and they went to court. And it is proved. The guy cannot be proved. The guy cannot be proved to be innocent, or be proved to be guilty, or the woman cannot be proved to be telling the truth or lying. I'm not saying in that situation the woman should get time. Listen carefully. However, if after cross-examinations, right, you can find multiple times in this woman's testimony where she is lying. You go through her text messages and stuff, and you can see lies. You can see blatant evidence that this individual is trying her best to ruin someone's life. You can find it. This is the point, that you can find undeniable evidence that she is up to doing no good. Wait. Can I please finish?
Go ahead.
In that situation, Maripa, have no problem with this individual getting 10 years, and how I can make a statement, because there was a court case, I think about 3 to 4 years ago in Canada, with a radio producer, something Gameshi, whatever, with 3 women came up together, planned, it was all on Facebook, and it came out on Facebook, and they all talk about their story, all about their alibis and stuff, about how he raped them and took it to go against, all kind of nonsense. And he went through the text messages they sent, and text messages sent among each other about what they're going to say, when they're going to say it, how it's going to leak out of stuff. And all that proof came out. If that was a situation where they knew they would face 10 years for this level of lie, do you believe these women would have made that case? That's
I'm
my
saying. I'm saying.
Wait, can you address my first point? I'm
saying they would not have made that case. But I'm saying, in that amount of time, so many people who are rightly trying to argue that would not be able to find the confidence to do that, because this ruling doesn't go that deep. It doesn't go that deep. It's just about 2 lawyers going up against each other and who can prove the other person's intent. Not even who can prove the other person's intent. Who can convince the judge and the jury of the other person's intent. That's all they have to do. They don't have to find texts. They don't have to find any hidden videos. They don't have to find any hidden plans. They have to just convince the jury that the other person had intent to defraud someone else and accuse them of rape. That's all they have to do. That's why this whole thing is wrong, because it's always put in front of a jury. Hard evidence never always wins you the case. It's just how good your argument is. And if someone has a lawyer, if a real rapist has a lawyer good enough to make the innocent person look like they made a false accusation, then it's all fucked. And that will happen. And I'm telling you right now, that is far worse than the person who is trying to than the woman who's trying to say that they got raped falsely. That is far worse.
Nah, I disagree. I think if I'm a normal guy going about my day with my wife and stuff, and some police just busted my door, grabbed me from my house in front of me, my wife, and my screaming try, "You're a rapist, going to jail." I am out looking crazy. I'm printed all over the newspapers and stuff, and I'm trying to plead with the public eye, trying to say, "Look, this never happened," and I'm trying to find evidence of this never happening, because you can't create evidence of this never happening. It's very hard to create evidence of something never happening. Trying to prove a negative.
You know what? Let man fuck you in your ass, and then you can't tell people and they don't believe you. Tell me how it feels then.
Well, alright then.
Wow.
This is what I'm saying. Let man bend you over, and then you try to tell people, and then they were like, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. In fact, you a liar. Imagine people come up to you and tell you a liar, and then you're done. You're in jail because you got fucked in the ass. So
wheel that in, King. Wheel that in. Escalated too far.
You see, that's the escalation. When I describe that side of it, it's an escalation, isn't it? That's why it's so much worse. That's why it's so much worse, because that's the escalation.
I'm have to go Ken on this one.
Nah,
I'm have to go with
that
on
feeling you felt when I described it. That's
No,
what
he said you feel that feeling you felt.
You feel that? You feel that tingling?
No.
That's how much.
I was only saying it went too fast because how you just dropped it. If you had let him turn it,
that's the reality of the situation.
Don't tell me you didn't clench. Tell me you didn't clench. If you clench, then you know.
Oh god,
that's the reality of it.
Me first.
You know what?
So how y'all feel about so how y'all feel about vigilante justice then?
In this situation,
yeah, I'm Batman out here. I would rather there was. Not even that. I would rather there was not Daredevil. Who's the other one? Punisher. I would rather there was a Punisher going around shooting niggas in the head than this law passed. That's what I would rather happen.
Wow.
That's what I would rather happen.
I wouldn't mind a Batman type. I really wouldn't mind a Batman.
Not Batman. I need people to die out here. That's what I'd rather have.
Batman kills people.
No.
He kills everyone except Joker.
Not in the latest stuff. He kills all the lackeys because he breaks all of their backs and shit. He fucks up all the lackeys, but he never kills the main villain. Like you'll never catch him killing the main villain.
He doesn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I fuck with vigilante justice, and not in every aspect, I guess, because I have not thought about it entirely, which is what this podcast is for, if you didn't know. You know, I haven't thought about it in its entirety, but on the surface, I'm okay with vigilante justice. Someone does something wrong, you know, let the streets handle it. The streets has always handled some stuff. It's called either street justice if you're in America or jungle justice if you're in the Caribbean. I'm sure they call it jungle justice other places, but you know,
Why do they call it jungle justice in the Caribbean? The Caribbean didn't have a jungle.
because there's jungles out here, man, and we're the animals. Come on.
It's a jungle.
You're the animal. That's not animal.
We're animals out here, bro. Rawr.
Not me, brother.
What? This is a king here. We're going to I do not stoop to that level. I'm a king. The animal.
I never said nothing about me being a king. I just say I'm not no animal.
Oh, shit.
To some extent, I'm okay with vigilante justice. It's just to what extent. I think there has to be a line. Like, is it an eye for eye, or is it more than an eye? I don't know where does the line stop, and that's the hard part.
The line stop when I feel like I have just.
Then no.
The line stop.
Then no, because what? Someone smack a girl, so he gonna kill up his whole family, his kids, his grandma, his grandma.
Yes.
Yes.
What is wrong with it? Yes.
And then afterwards he leaves his signature mark on the floor like I was here.
You see this? This is why the bill has to pass.
I be out here signing my name into his walls like my name's Zorro.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Well,
Yeah.
all that, I be out here using his blood as finger paint.
Yeah, that's what you need. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wallace has it.
Full purge mode out here, my nigga. Full purge mode. Come on.
So what? So this baby that's not born yet needs to die also?
Dog, from your dog, I don't care if your name John Wick, from your dog
Hey,
all
you
the way
know
up
what?
to your great grandmother going on dead.
I'm
Dog,
delivering the
talking
heads
about
of the criminals to all of the people that needed justice. Just drop it on their doorstep. Like, I've done the job.
Yeah.
This is the evidence.
You mean, Nigo, you mean from all the cockroaches that live in your houses?
All that.
Everybody had a gate.
Everybody had to
Well,
go.
fit
Everybody
on.
had to go. The house and all had to go. Man, put that bitch on wheels. Because it's going. Everybody had to go,
No.
dog. Not me and that, dog.
If this is your level of vigilante justice, I kind of subscribe to it. So. I think if someone mess with you, you can mess with them. I think I do it 1 for 1. I can't.
That's not
Nah.
vigilante. That's just basic revenge. Vigilante is taking care of other people's business.
Dude. If you
I'll tell
do
you
me,
right
you had to
now.
get done too. But you had to get done more than me.
Yeah.
Why had to be more? Wait, this is question.
Tenfold.
Why does it have
The
to be more?
reply always has to
That's
be
revenge.
tenfold.
Because we's niggas, dog. Because we's niggas.
I just wanted to
Extra is part of it.
unsubscribe to this. To unsubscribe to this. You know, that this is not my form of vigilante justice.
Oh, now you pull
Nigga out there looking for a
My
job.
form. Not my form. Sorry. No.
No, I can't subscribe because you said it's a jungle. This is how war starts. And war do that. This is exactly how gangs start. This is probably how all it starts.
No, trust me, you don't want vigilante in your head. The property value would go down. You wouldn't be able to walk outside without catching a stray bullet. There's for other people's shit. Vigilantes don't give a fuck about they will tear somewhere down to get one person. They don't care about all the damage
So,
that they
okay, so what happens then? So okay, let's go with this. So let's say Ken did his vigilante justice, right? And he ended up what? Let's say they're becoming a casualty against. But Ken is doing vigilante justice against Nigo.
Black Predator out here. That's what I am.
Right? So he didn't kill Nigo, but he missed and hit Whatless in there. Whatless get injured. So can Whatless know about? Alright, I don't like how this is going, and now come for Ken. Is that fair now?
You come for me, I come back for you tenfold.
Hey.
Barang. Only gunman in the streets.
Yeah.
Let's understand this. Let's begin. If he misses and he hits an innocent, he is wrong. Then he's a criminal. Secondly, if he hits me, I play for keeps. So when I swing back,
You just been caught in the storm. That's all it is. You just been caught in the storm.
I'm just say when you come at the king, you best not miss. Put out that big shotty, a bladang.
No.
If we gotta go, we gotta go. That's all it is, fam.
Yeah.
You know what?
And how dread I'll be. I attack up the man who hit me, and I attack up the man who he was trying to hit.
Dog, vigilante justice gonna have everybody out here catching fades, dog.
How you think John Wick roll out here? If he catches man, he catches man.
Everybody gonna have the freshest of fades. Only hands passing, dog.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this: if people started to do vigilante justice, I personally want to run my own funerals, home service.
Mm.
I'm with it.
I think I'll make lots of money.
I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it. Yeah.
You know what? This is the first time to screw it all free you, but I'm not vigilante. If that's your vigilante justice, I want none of this. I'm quite alright. Let the police do their job.
No, but mine isn't vigilante justice. Mine is just revenge.
I'm okay with 1 for 1. I am highly okay with 1 for 1. So if you come through and you hurt me or one of my family members, I sort you out.
You see, you mentioned the word family member. Now, if you kill their family member because it's a 1 for 1, then
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Then it's not a 1 for 1.
It's not a 1 for 1. Because if you kill me, then my family member's gonna come after you, and then your family member's gonna come after them.
Hold on. No, it's 1 for 1. So let's go a step. So let's say me and Whatless there, and you hit Whatless, and I'm not going for your family members. I'm going for you. I'm going for you.
Yes, and then my family member will go for you.
Then he's stupid because you should realize.
No, what
you know, there has to be some sort of system,
blood.
right? There has to be some sort of system where
blood for blood.
Just like I'm gonna say this is gonna sound ridiculous, but just like in the movies, before everything goes to shit, there was a system. The Italians had a system, the gangsters had a system, the Latinos had a system. You do wrong, you get killed. And that was where it ended. It didn't go any further than that. It was when the new niggas came in. It's when the new crowd came in, and they were like, "Yo, we not standing for that. Vigilante justice on your motherfuckers."
Yeah.
That's when shit started to get fucked up. So are we gonna have vigilante justice where everybody just gonna be catching fades out here in the streets, or is it gonna be organized?
We're not running a business. We're not running a business.
The only business I'm interested in running is the business of what let's talk about. That's the only business I'm interested in now. Thank you for that idea, my brother. Thank you.
No problem.
We're gonna be rich in these streets.
To be fair,
you just see like a whole gang of them all over the city, just Whatless and Negos, just as a whole.
Yeah.
Whatless and Negos funeral homes, just all over the place.
You know, like Clark and Batu in Trinidad. Whatless and Negos. Yeah.
And then on the front door it says we offer cremations as well.
Right? Closed caskets only.
But to be fair, right? There was vigilante justice years ago, and you as a church going person just follow it. You're supposed to follow it.
Oh boy.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Oh boy.
What did I say?
If somebody fades out your cousin, yeah. But if somebody fades out your cousin, you can't fade them out. You have to fade out one of their cousins.
No, Mariba turns the other cheek. What's wrong with you? He's a God-fearing man. He turns the other cheek.
No, blood.
He offers up the other cousin. He gives them the other cousin.
I pray for God that they find God in this time.
I pray God bring these hands to the justice that other people. As I pull this trigger, God pulls it with me, because you lot are going down. Blood for blood.
Blood for blood. Well, yo, thoughts and prayers to the listeners of this podcast, because this was the most incohesive podcast there has ever been.
There was a lot of energy brought by Moriba and Ken.
Yeah, it was a lot of energy.
Wait, the podcast started? I didn't realize the podcast started.
It's somewhere in there. The start is somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. But yo, everyone, thanks for listening, I guess. Catch you guys next week. You guys can catch us every Friday on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or anywhere else that you listen to podcasts. And you can interact with us on social media. That's at GendPod on Twitter and at GendPodcast on Instagram. We love hearing from you guys. So thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell on YouTube so you get notified when we drop a new episode or new clip. I think that'll be it. Is there anything else that we have to touch on?
Yeah. No? Like and subscribe!
Alright, you take it easy, man. Peace.
I'm coming for you, fam. Blood for blood.